Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about breaker blocks in Forex trading. It can be in other tradings, but mainly Forex trading. So what I will be speaking about is what they are, how to trade them effectively, and the mistakes you need to avoid. And if you have ever struggled to understand breaker blocks, this video will break it down for you and give you actionable strategies to use them. If you want only video about one strategy and how to use breaker blocks inside that strategy, just comment down below and I will gladly give you this strategy so you can learn and make money with it. So stick around for pro tips at the end and let's just get started. So what is a really breaker block? If we talk about breaker block, people will say it's ICT concept is something other, blah blah blah. I totally get it. They speak in their way. I will speak in my way. So a breaker block is a key price action concept in trading. It's a former supply and demand zone that has been broken and flipped into a new zone. So essentially, when strong price levels fail to hold, for example here you can see that we pushed above, then pushed down, and it failed to hold this into resistance to push more down. It pushed more above, then you see it's turning into support. So when I say flipped into a new zone, that means it flipped from resistance to support. In bearish breaker block it's totally different. So from support it's turning into resistance. It's pretty simple, no need to act or say something different. This is the simple way how to explain what is a breaker block. Here is how to identify a breaker block. It forms after a failed order block. You can see here that basically after this push, it fails to place an order block and to push more above, so it pushing down. Price aggressively breaks through, trapping traders. So people who went for order block, essentially they didn't get order block, they get breaker block. So the broken zone later act as a new support or resistance, depends which situation, or bullish or bearish. Okay, so recognizing these areas is basically crucial because they offer a high probability trade setups. So you want to focus on these high probability setups because you get the best win rate with it. So be careful about that. So let's go and show how you can trade breaker blocks. So this is how you can trade a breaker block. So trading breaker blocks successfully requires precision and patience. You cannot go fast in it and say, oh, it pushed above, I need to place it, that's it. No. So here is how you can do it. So first thing you need to do is identify a strong order block that fails. Basically, this can be order block because this was pushing down, closing under, and then you can see this big candle pushing above. So this is a look for supply and demand zone. And you can see here that this is demand and supply zone, and it gets broken by a strong price move in opposite direction, which is big bullish green candle. Now, second thing you need to watch for is wait for price to retest. By that I mean if it candle closes here, do not go in it. Just wait to get tapped. The old zone will often act as support or resistance when the price comes back to it. So here you can see that price came down here, tapped inside of this breaker block, and then pushed above, making this wick as rejection wick. So next step, what you want to do is confirm with market structure. So with market structure or any other market structure shift, breaker of structure, liquidity, anything, or candle pattern, I do not care if you do candlesticks pattern, just need to have confirmation after. So here you can see that we took liquidity under, we then pushed above break of structure or market structure shift and making new higher highs. So this for me is a clean breaker block to be traded off. So I will wait for retest price. So here we got a retest price and I will be entering my trade. As a last step, you will be entering your trade with a clear risk reward plan. Place your stop loss always like beyond, or you can aim for a low, depends on your situation and how would you like to trade breaker block. You need to aim for reality of risk reward. Do not aim for 5, 6, 7%. I would only aim for 2 RR or something like that, just normal and realistic aim of risk reward ratio. So this strategy can significantly improve your trading accuracy. Do not waste your time by just going inside of trade because you feel it. Do not waste your time by just going inside of trade because you want it. Just go inside of your trade when you get these 4 steps. So these 4 steps just need to be completed so you can enter your trade and be risk free. Basically risk free. Now I will show you mistakes you need to avoid to become better in breaker blocks. So these mistakes many people don't avoid, which it's great. You will learn from it right now. Always learn from other people's mistakes. It will be better in your trading journey, trust me. Many traders misunderstand breaker blocks and make costly mistakes. They lose money. Here are some key ones to avoid to help you just prevent that, to not lose money. So first mistakes is entering too early. So let first price fully retest before jumping in, and by that I know we are placing our entry on breaker block and waiting to tap in. That's cool, but first wait for a price to show some kind of movement of rejection. So for example, if this candle was my entry, I mean this was first entry, but this candle would be great because it left a wicks behind. So if it left wicks behind, it's showing some kind of rejection to push more above. So this would candle be perfect to get entry on. But this second one was a bad one because it was not showing some kind of rejection in between. So if it's 1 minute, 5 minute, 10, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes candlestick, just look for it and see kind of giving some kind of rejection vibe. Second mistake will be ignoring liquidity. So mainly if you are trading market structure shift or something like that, people like to avoid liquidity, which is stupid, and you lose a lot of money because of that. Always look for a liquidity before to be taken and then aim for your breaker block. So here, same trade as the first mistake. Here you can see that liquidity was not taken, and later on our stop loss was hit, and then we can see that it hunts for this liquidity at the bottom. So first aim for liquidity to be taken and later on watch for breaker block. You will 100% get more win rate with this kind of avoiding these common mistakes. So let's go on third. So third mistake is trading without confirmation. So always look for a rejection before entering. It can be candlesticks, pattern or something else. I do not care, but you need to have some kind of formal rejection level. So for example, this candlestick closed fully, no wicks. Why would you even enter that? If it's pushing more down and not giving wicks, rejecting level or something like that, do not enter that trade. Same thing as entering too early or something like that. Just need that confirmation of wick. So fourth mistake, or the last mistake of this common mistake, is managing risk properly. So set your stop loss and stick to a risk reward plan. So my stop loss, my risk reward plan on breaker blocks are 1 to 2. So do not trade, I don't know, leverage 15-20% on your account if you didn't ever trade with that kind of money, or you didn't ever experience that kind of trading. So that's why you need to stick to 1% and do not leverage it. So by avoiding these mistakes, you will have more profitable and consistent trades. That's for sure. I give my hand in the fire if that's not true, but you need to stick to these mistakes to avoid them and need to stick with trades that give you the high probability setups. So as a last, and I think the most precious thing that I can give you guys is tips how to trade these breaker blocks. So first, this is even for experienced traders, here are basically some pro strategies for trading breaker blocks and to be more effectively. So first things first, first tip, use higher time frames. If you are trading lower time frame breaker blocks, all good, you can use that. I usually use breaker blocks on 4 to daily charts. If I'm using, for example, swing trading, and that's how I like to confirm my like flow with market. So breaker blocks on 4-hour and daily are much more stronger, as you guys can see, and they are much more precise. Second tip that I would give you guys is combine with Fibonacci levels. So Fibonacci levels, there is a golden zone which is from 0.79 to 0.69. 62. It's a strong setup and it's giving a correct deal that it's basically going to return to this area and bounce off of this area. After that, you can see how we bounce off. It's the same exact trade as this tip 1. So you can see that it's working together, it's working much better. Third tip is watch for order flow confirmation. By that I mean look for market, like market needs to make lower highs, lower low, lower highs, lower low, lower highs, lower low. If that's continuing to making, it means that this breaker block will be much more like stronger, and there will be a better probability trade or better probability setup. Fourth and the last that I mostly use is always pair with some smart money concept or ICT, whatever, pair with something. So breaker block alone is okay, but it's better if you pair it with something else. I like to pair it with fair value gaps or some kind of wicks or liquidity sweeps. Here I have like all three. You can see we took liquidity down here, then pushed above, making this a breaker block. Then again we retested, placing inside of this fair value gap. Breaker block and fair value gap are overlapping, and you can see multiple wicks left behind, and later on it pushed above. This is perfectly 1-to-2 ratio, nothing else need to be done. By applying these techniques, you can trade breaker blocks with more and more confidence and accuracy. You do not need to worry about if you use this 3, 4, 5 tips, whatever you want to use it, you can basically improve your win rate through the roof. Just need to stick to the trading plan. So that's it. Now you know how to identify, trade, and avoid mistakes with breaker blocks inside of Forex, futures, whatever you will be trading. If this video helped you, like, comment, and subscribe for more trading content. Next content will be mitigation block or something else. It will be fully explaining ICT concepts, so you guys can learn more about ICT concepts. So let me know in the comments if you have used this strategy before, or if you have any questions about breaker block. One thing that I want to add is inside my Discord community. If you go inside, first you will see only 3 things. You get verified, click here, and then you tap on general chat. You can ask anything you want. Also, this video will be inside of PDF, which you guys can just click here. I will just show you an example, and basically what will happen, I will get PDF about order blocks. Same thing will be as breaker block. So stay tuned, enjoy, and feel free to join my Discord community. Link will be inside the description as always. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.